Get back to the hotel. He is freaking out, crying, saying, oh my God, I never blah, blah.
Imagine being in a relationship with a man for 14 years. You guys have been married for the past 6 years, and now you're finding out that he cheated on you. He has been cheating on you with a particular girl for the past 2 years. This woman shared her story time saying that how she found out that a partner of 14 years has been cheating on her for the past 2 years since 2020 or 2022. They've been sleeping together since 2022, and she found out 2024. Sometimes you might be in a relationship with a man and everything is going well. You're like, I'm in a happy relationship. It's healthy. It's healthy. You might not know. In fact, you guys, let me bust your bubbles. They have each other's phone password. They check each other's phone every time. They share location every time. So there is no like something to suspect. Da, 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 da. There is no suspicious location that is going to the nothing. No, she can access his phone. She asks for his phone. He gives her. She has the password, and is still comfortably cheated on her for the past 2 years, and she did not know. Let's find out how she found out that her husband has been cheating on her. Then we'll come back at the end of the story time.
How I found out my partner of 14 years was cheating on me for at least 4 years, and I'll never know how long. Story time. Whew, my heart's beating fast. Okay. How I found out my partner of 14 years was cheating on me for at least 4 years, and I'll never know how long. Okay, so last August 2024, we went on a trip for my birthday to London and Ireland to see the Eras Tour at Wembley with my two best friends from college. What's up, guys? We had it was our second full day in Ireland, and we had just done a road trip to the Cliffs of Moher and back. So we had driven across the entirety of Ireland and back that day. And it was a long day. We were all very tired. It was my two best friends, me and my ex-husband. And we were sitting, it was like the last restaurant that was open in Ireland that would serve us food. We were so hungry. And so we sat down to dinner. And as we were sitting down, I saw a picture of a girl I'd never seen before on my husband's phone. And we share phones, we share passwords. I thought it was weird that I had never seen this person before. We're very open. We have each other's passwords to everything. This was very weird to me. So I was like, hey, can I see your phone? And he was like, yeah, sure. And he hands it to me. And that text that I had caught a glimpse of was gone. And I was like, that's weird. So I went to recently deleted messages and saw that there were 990 messages with a girl who he met when she was bartending before the pandemic. And apparently they started sleeping together in October of 2022. Wow. And I was seeing this photo in August of 2024. So I have his phone. I am looking through their recently deleted messages. They're talking about how they love each other, about how he had just gone to her place that Wednesday before we left. They were sending each other weird sexts with my dog and her dog. There's a really gross picture that he sent her in our house that we bought together while he had this girlfriend of my dog Moo, the baby, laying on his lap. And he sent her a photo of that, and she says, that should be my face by your... As soon as he sees that I'm screen recording at dinner, he rips the phone away from me. My friends see this happen. They hear him say the word screen recording, and they know that shit is going down. My heart is beating so fast at this dinner and right now. And I am freaking out, but I'm also so hungry. And my husband at the time is just like, let's just get through dinner. Let's get through dinner. We'll deal with this later, after. And I really wish I wouldn't have let that stand. I wish I would have been like, no, we're talking about this now. these are my friends, what's going on? Because he used that dinner as a way to permanently delete all those messages that he 5 seconds prior had promised me that he would not delete, because I was like, I want to see what's going on. So we get through dinner. I know how to fake it. Grew up faking it my whole life in the Southern Baptist Church. And I say goodbye to my friends, and then we start walking towards our hotel, and I'm like, what is going on? And he is like, I've been seeing this girl. We've been together. We've been having sex since October of 2022. And guys, when I tell you that I had no clue, he was such a good liar. Like, people say choose better. There's no way you could have known. Like, he did such a good job lying. We had our location shared. She lives at the apartment building that we used to live in, and our fobs still work. So he would tell me he was going to swim, going to work out, and he was going to fuck. So he tells me while we're walking home, yeah, I've been seeing this girl. I'm screaming at him through the streets of Dublin. What? How could you do this to me? Who are you? He starts having like a mental breakdown, honestly, because like I've been asking him to get into therapy for years, because even though I like had no idea that this was happening, I knew that something wasn't okay with him because he was sad. And I kept being like, I can tell you're sad, but you don't want to talk about it, and that's fine. I'm not gonna press or like make anybody do anything they don't want to do. But like, you know, my healthcare covers mental health. Please, like, find a therapist, find somebody. He brings up the fact that I said this to him numerous times as proof that I wasn't making room for his feelings. Sir, I spent our entire time together trying to make room for feelings that you could not access. That's not on me. Also, my dog died too. So he says, oh, my uncle died. Oh, our dog died. That's why I did this. That was my dog too that died. And I didn't cheat. I'm sorry about your uncle, but it turns out that the first time that he had sex with her was before his uncle even passed away. So I'm a little bit confused. We get back to the hotel. He is freaking out, crying, saying, oh my God, I never blah, blah. Miss me. And I am like, I can't be here with you. My friends were leaving Dublin the next day, and we were supposed to stay an extra day to like be together. Which is surprising to me that he'd even want to stay longer, because why wouldn't you want to get back to your girlfriend that you had just the day before we left? I was like, I can't deal with you. I'm gonna go be with my friends. This is not like whatever like mental like health situation you're experiencing right now is not on me. It's your fault for causing this and keeping it from me and then letting me find it like this. Like he told me like, I never wanted you to find out. I never wanted you to know. And he also told his girlfriend, I'm never getting a divorce, which implies that I never would have found out. And if I did, I wouldn't have divorced his ass, which I did. So I leave him. I go to my friend's hotel. They're obviously like very concerned for me and just like buying me drinks and like letting me cry. I love you guys so much. So they're helping me, and I didn't really know what to do because I was like worried about him, right? Like I didn't want him to hurt himself, and I wanted to like make sure that he was okay, like physically. So I FaceTimed his brother because I'm very close with his family, or I was. I can do a story time on that if you guys want. I FaceTimed his brother and I'm like, yo, your brother did this to me and he's now freaking out and I'm not taking, like, that's not on me. So like call your brother, deal with that shit. While I'm with my friends, I book a new flight for myself to come back early. And then eventually like my friends are leaving the next day, so they have to, go to bed. And at a certain point, like the hotel stops serving drinks, so like I have to leave as well. So I say goodbye to them. I'm still freaking out. I go back to our hotel room, and I don't really like know how to be with this person that I don't feel safe around anymore at all. And I tell him, like, hey, I don't have anywhere else to go tonight. I like have to stay here. I booked a new flight for myself back. I forwarded him the email for our flights back because I booked and paid for those. Dumb. And I was like, here's our flights back that we were supposed to take. Book yourself a new flight to go back early. So he books himself a new flight to go back early. He actually ends up getting back to New Haven where we live before I do. And I have the house key. And so I say, like, you know, go get your car and drive to your parents' house. Like, don't go into my house. So he goes to his parents' house in Rhode Island, gets his car from our house, and goes to stay with his parents where he's lived ever since last August. And there's like, some people have told me that they saw his girlfriend like with someone when he was here in New Haven. So, and he like insists that wasn't him, but he's lied so much since I've caught him. There's a lot more of this story to tell, but this is how I initially found out, having had no idea that my partner of 14 years and my husband of 6 was having a huge affair.
I'm glad she divorced him immediately because the way the story time went, it found that it's sounding as if this is like the very first time that she's finding out that her husband cheated on her, and she leaving immediately. Kudos to her, because most women would not go. They'd be like, oh, this is the first time, and him blaming her and blaming the uncle's death, blaming their dogs deaths on the reason why he's cheating, and blaming the fact that she doesn't think about him, or she dismiss his emotion and all of that. She might have actually forgive him and continue the relationship, but kudos to her to leave immediately after the very first cheat. And that is what most women are supposed to learn from. After the very first cheat, just leave them, because if you don't leave and they apologize and they tell you they're going to change, they'll keep going on and on and on and on. So you will see eventually leave because of that cheat, right? So now let's talk about you being in a marriage for the past 6 years, and you think that everything is going well. You guys share location. Oh, I have access to my husband's phone. I can pick up his phone and go wherever. We share location. You see people in happy relationship and healthy relationship. When you ask them, "Though, how do you think that your husband is faithful?" My husband is so faithful because we share location. I can access his phone. There's nothing in his phone. Like there's nothing for me to worry about. I know where he goes to. When he goes to work, I can see where he goes to. When he goes to the gym, I can see that he's at the gym. There is no hint that their partner is cheating on them until you actually dig deeper. And the thing is that most of the time, most people usually come to celebrate 15 years, 20 years together. And after 20 years, that's when they realize the kind of partner that they've been with. So men are very good at hiding things that you will never find out, that they are doing something very shady and creepy in the relationship. But eventually you will still know. And it will pain you because you've been in the relationship for a very long time, and you're like, I've been with this man for how many years now? 14 years of my life. We just waste like that. Why some of them will show you in the very first day one that this is the kind of person that they are. But the ones that they will keep it and hide it and act all good, don't do everything. That there's nothing suspicious. In fact, you'll be the part of the community, women that usually come and talk about healthy relationship, happy marriages, yada yada yada. Oh, we don't want to post our man out there or post our relationship, how happy we are, because we don't want people to put asunder. But then when you go deeper in the relationship, you realize that nobody's going to put asunder because the men are good at hiding things. I'm not saying all marriages that say that they are happy and healthy is bad, or they are not healthy and happy. They can be healthy and happy to a point that they are. But most of the time, women that usually come out to tell us that they've been married for the past 30 years, they find out their husband has another marriage or has another relationship with another woman for the past 5 years. There was no clue. And to them, they felt like everything was okay. There was no reason for them to actually think about their man having another family. Like everything feels all good and rosy until boom. you're like, all these years was just a lie. So imagine him comfortably dating somebody for the past 2 years and you did not know as a wife. No suspects at all. For the past 2 years, they've been sleeping together, and he actually admitted, and I feel like he's admitting him, thinking that she would never divorce him, thinking that she's going to apologize, or if he apologizes, she's going to accept him back. That is why he actually, he didn't deny it, because most of the time these men deny things like this and make you feel like you're actually going crazy. The fact that he actually tried to delete the messages and hide all those things, definitely he knows what he's doing. But now that I know that, okay, she has already caught me, let me come clean. Maybe when I come clean, she will forgive me and I will still continue with my affair. You guys, what's your take on this story time? Let's have conversation down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, your girl Married, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys.